Hello everyone, this is the Philips 141U from about 1954. It's a 5-valve 2-wave band AC/DC set. It's quite a nice thing when it's lit up. It's got quite a strong bulb at the bottom of the dial that lights all the dial up. Now, this set arrived this morning, and what I wanted to show you is the damage the British mains plug can do if it's left inside the shipping box when the radio's shipped. Now, these are quite substantial things, quite heavy, solid brass pins, and they can do quite a lot of damage to a radio set. Obviously, with the brass pins they can gouge wood, they can break a dial glass, and they can do this sort of damage to an otherwise in excellent condition Bakelite radio. Oh dear, yes, look what that's done. Now, it's totally my fault really, because I always ask the seller to cut the plug off before they ship me the radio, or any radio. Stupidly, I forgot to do so in this case, and with my forensic scientist hat on, you can almost see the seller has wrapped the lead around the radio, and then the plug sat on top like that, and just as soon as anything's or something's dropped on the box or it's been roughly handled, bang, it's gone straight through the back here. Obviously, being a live chassis set, it's quite important this grill is in place to stop fingers touching exposed metalwork. Bit of a shame, but I've got a brand new tube of super glue. I've got all the bits, they're quite clean breaks, so I should be able to effect a good repair. It's a nasty crack here as well, but that'll fix itself. I'm quite confident I'll make a good clean repair on that. So there we go. Well, sometimes we buy these radios and we hope they arrive safely. Sometimes things conspire against us. But this one will live again. I'm quite confident of that. A little bit of polish, some new components. The seller said the radio's working, so I sort of assumed they found it in someone's loft and they've just plugged it straight in, which is never advisable. But I'll bring it up on the lamp limiter and see if it works. I don't like stressing these old things. This is what, 60 years old now. So I'll do another video when I've cleaned it up and fixed it and replaced all the components and stuff. Anyway, there we go. The Philips 141U. Thanks to the chassis now, I've removed it from the cabinet. There's the large green dropper resistor and the speaker output transformer there, audio output transformer. One interesting feature of this set is this strip of aluminium here. Now, this acts the same as a turned wire loop aerial, but in this case it needs an RF matching unit to maximise the transfer of RF energy, and that's this thing here with these little aerial trimmers in there. There's, I think, a ferrite core on the end of each of those, moving up and down. Quite an interesting set, these little beehive trimmer units. The chassis, underneath all the dirt and grime, and I cleaned it off with some foaming spray cleaner. This Servicol stuff here, and a toothbrush and some cotton buds. The chassis itself is in excellent condition. The platings still looks like fresh. It's quite amazing. One of the best conditioned radios I think I've ever bought, which makes it all the more shame the back got smashed. There we go. Let's have a look underneath. Turn it over. Quite a simple little set. It's the capacitor across the mains here. That'll have to be replaced with an X2 rated component. As you can see, it's started to bubble away there. They usually do. After all these years, when you switch them on, they usually go bang. I think this is an 800 volt rated component in here, but inside the tar it's just a normal paper cap. It hasn't been touched. By the look of things, I noticed the bulb's blown on it, and it's a 19 volt bulb, which are pretty much impossible to come by now. So what I'll do is, obviously, I'll replace this before it explodes. Maybe the audio coupling capacitor, which I guess is one of these, and then we'll plug it in and see if it works. Hopefully the gain will improve on it. If it's bad, as I replace these big old caps. So there we go. Let's look inside the chassis. Quite interesting for a simple little set, and they're meant to be quite good performers. There's the front of the chassis with the wave change there. As usual with Philips, they have to overcomplicate things. You can see that. Simple little switch, and you've got spring here, you've got a ball bearing, you've got a ratchet just to change the waveband. But they did make some nice sets, and this one's serial number 23858.